Roblox stock is getting at an interesting level. I was watching it today. It's down -6% today, -29% in the last 6 months. And we're at major support today. So 5 years ago, well, back in 2021, July, this had tried to create some sort of floor, and we're here right now today. Could come lower, of course, to this $59.97 area. Maybe that's a better area for support, but I really think you should put Roblox on your watch list because this company is just seems to be getting bigger and bigger. They had a record-breaking summer, Christmas break for the kids. Everyone was playing this game. And the interesting part about Roblox that people might be missing is that you can create games within this game. They earlier this year released an early version of Cube 3D, their foundation model that transforms text to 3D objects. This model enables your players to create static 3D objects directly in your experience from text prompts. But static objects are just the beginning. At our recent Roblox Developers Conference, we gave creators a first look at what's possible when players can create 4D functional objects. So look at what happens when they're typing in these prompts: a bright orange cartoon style cat, sports car, a cartoon like jet with eyes. This doesn't look like Roblox. And what I really love, and this is actually it's a double-edged sword here, is the younger demographic that they have. I mean, kids are the future, and trends start the fastest with kids, because if adults like something, how many people can we tell versus a kid in the cafeteria who then tells one kid, they tell 10 kids, and it compounds. And that's why I think Roblox is, I mean, look at Google Trends, right? I mean, in the past 5 years, it's not too obvious, but back in 2004, when this company was founded, which is crazy, I mean, this thing obviously after the pandemic exploded, but look at these moves. This is the United States. So, you know, that's what you want, but worldwide, it looks fantastic. The growth is just incredible. And with their platform already, given the right tools to kids for them to create and have this sandbox where they can just make all these games, the sky's the limit, in my opinion. So in September, a quirky game called Steal a Brain Rot, this is the game that my kids play, hosted 25 million players at the same time on Roblox's global platform, surpassing a record set just months earlier by Roblox's prior hit, Grow a Garden. Since it came out in May, Steal a Brain Rot has been played over 42 billion times. There's also this very interesting element with the partnering that they're doing with these bigger brands. So, like, I was listening to the CEO, I'm going to talk about this in a second, but I was listening to the CEO on Fox, and he was talking about how they're working with Squid Games, and then they're working with Stranger Things, and it kind of reminds me of this Crocs model, where Crocs, the sandals, they can partner with these companies, and then people are like, oh man, I want to get the new Squid Games Crocs, and I want to get the new Marvel Crocs. And then with the giblets, it's always something where they want to get the next Croc. But one reason why the stock might be dropping is because over 250,000 people have called for a Roblox CEO to step down because of how he's been dealing with a lot of things. So I was listening to this Penguin's a video on why the Roblox CEO is delusional. And in Grok, I said, hey, what are the top 10 weird things that this guy Penguins is saying in this video that got 3.2 million views? Talking about, I mean, that could affect the stock if they announce a new CEO change. But this CEO is the co-founder. So that's the caveat. But with this video, he's basically saying that, one, he's obsessed with adding dating to Roblox, making it a core business model. That might be kind of strange. Initially pushed dating for 17 plus users, ignoring that they're minors, adamantly wanting adult content accessible to 17 plus instead of 18 plus, refused to change the 17 plus policy until forced, despite widespread criticism. 5, insists on adding adult content to a platform mostly used by children. Number 6, pursues this despite Roblox's reputation as a predator haven. 7, acted combative and defensive in an interview he pitched, getting upset over questions, had a childish temper tantrum, interrupting and talking over the interviewer repeatedly. Views the predator problem not just as an issue, but as an opportunity for growth. So I did watch that interview, and he was saying that this is an opportunity to, I think, create better communication tools. It's obviously, He's not looking at predators as an opportunity, but it was a poor choice of words. Number 10 denies the severity of predators on Roblox and praises kid gambling as a brilliant idea if educational and legal. So this is the problem with public companies. This is why Chick-fil-A, the founder, before he died, I believe he was like, don't ever take my company public, because you kind of sometimes profits over people, a lot of times actually. Now what they're doing is the kids will look into the camera. Just imagine if this gets leaked or hacked, but the kids look into the camera, they look around, and then it tries to guess how old this person is. And so they have this age verification protocol. But I was trying to see when this whole 4D thing is coming out, and it looks like it's coming out soon. A full public rollout for certain 4D features is expected throughout 2026. And, this is the beginning of 2026. So I'm looking for catalysts, like what's going to just have this stock explode. If you wanted my 2 cents on the matter, I really consider myself a builder, a very poor builder at that. But, I created the platform Track Train in 2013. It's a platform for music producers to sell their instrumentals. With YouTube, I'm also trying to create tools I love building, and not necessarily that I'm good at it, but I have a team where we're constantly talking about this. And like my business Track Train, what's so interesting about it is they're younger people selling their beats. They go on YouTube and they're like, check out my beats. And then Track Train just stays afloat. Like, we never pay for marketing because these kids get on Track Train and then they just keep constantly promoting the platform. And it's almost like this, I don't want to say never ending feedback loop, but it's a feedback loop for sure. Roblox has that times a million, like on steroids. Roblox has that. And the way it feeds itself is that a new game will pop up, like Grow a Garden or Roblox, and then a YouTuber will talk about it, and then it will blow up, and then another game happens, and another game happens, and these kids might grow out of these games, but then the next generation potentially comes in. And now with these new tools coming out, man, you never know. Just imagine if a game as popular as GTA, like not as popular, but hypothetically, a game as popular as GTA is made on like Roblox. Hey, who's to say it won't happen? So Roblox games are free to play, and the company has nothing to do with their creation. Roblox just provides the tools for making the games and the platform for their distribution. Like YouTube, you didn't need $20 million, $50 million budget to create videos and just put them out to the world. Same thing with Roblox. They're doing the same thing for games. I mean, you can see these numbers. This is in the billions, 75 billion, 56 billion, 42 billion. And I love this right here. Grow a Garden was made in a few days by an anonymous teenager. Compare that to the decade plus that Take-Two Interactive has been working on its next version of Grand Theft Auto. On average, over 150 million users, mostly under 17 years old, were on Roblox daily in the third quarter, which is the seasonal peak of gameplay. That's the equivalent of the Super Bowl audience every day. There are millions of games, most of which are made possible by Roblox's easy-to-use programming tools. And from my understanding, it's going to get way easier and it's going to look way better. I'm not in Roblox right now, so I'm not trying to, make you, there's no conflict of interest here, but it's one for your watch list, one for all of our watch lists. But if you're wondering, how does a company that distributes free games bring in almost $7 billion in 1 year? It's called Robux, the lifeblood of the Roblox economy. Players use Robux to buy virtual goods for their avatars and to aid their progress in games. My children have bought things with Robux. Robux also pays hefty processing fees for their Robux bought on Apple's and Google's app stores, and the company is moving those purchases to its own website, which will boost profits. So the core of Roblox is its game development software called Roblox Studio, a free tool that enables people to quickly make a game. They are competing with other platforms like Unity Software and Unreal Engine, but they are far more complicated and don't come with a built-in audience. So here's another aspect that makes it really interesting. For Gen Z and Gen Alpha users, Roblox is now as much for hanging out with friends as it is for gaming. In the first quarter, the company's content filters processed a daily average of 6.1 billion text messages and 1.1 billion hours of voice chat. Playing and role-playing with friends is crucial to the success of Roblox and why life simulations like Brookhaven are so popular. And with in the age of AI, human connection is the new currency. And so Roblox is bringing people together, but that comes with a risk. So Roblox has faced its share of serious issues. Games with wildly inappropriate titles or content can get past the company's scrutiny and be live until someone reports it. There is bullying. Of most concern is predatory behavior by adults, and there have been a handful of real-world examples of child endangerment that began on Roblox. A lot of people have been shorting the stock because the child endangerment issues are an existential problem for the company. Should Roblox lose these cases, the penalties could add up quickly and imperil the company's image, potentially leading to a moral panic. So just remember, like when Chipotle had those salmonella outbreaks and the stock was going lower and lower, and these sometimes present buying opportunities. So this could come a lot lower, and then it could approach these levels right here and hopefully bounce. Maybe it comes all the way down to $29. Finally, there's a wild card on Roblox that could push the business into another realm: advertising. Almost all of Roblox's bookings come from the sales of Robux, but it is also rolling out in-game advertising very slowly compared with what is happening in the rest of the mobile gaming industry, and it is still unclear how material this will be to the bottom line. Once I buy this stock, I will definitely let you know if it comes to a level that I like, and if you like these updates, feel free to like, subscribe. Thanks, guys.